Hey friends, just checking to make sure my audio is recording, and it is. It's me, the Ebony Otaku, the gift building and painting well-rounded nerd. Is the Sammy back there? Eat my puka. Eat my baby. You know what we need to do? Because he's been such a good boy all day. We're going to give the Sammy a treat. Where's his treats? I keep a box of treats for him under my desk, as everyone should. For if you have a Pookums. Oh, he put his little hand under my head. Why am I doing this right now? Because we just got back from a walk. I was meant to walk him right after work, actually, and then it started pouring outside, so I had to walk him later than I planned. I'm giving him his favorite treat. Y'all want to see these? Of course you do. These are called chicken paws. It is a chicken foot that's been freeze-dried. His little head is all up in my lap right now. He's such a cute dog. Here you go. Take your chicken paw. Bye-bye. He deserves a treat. There he goes. You see him? Bye-bye. So that'll keep him occupied. And I've got my treat as well. This is a stein that I got in Chiapas, Mexico. I have a small collection of steins. I don't buy them very often, but if something's like a really special memory to me, I might invest in a stein. But why I'm calling myself the gift building otaku, I'm doing Christmas stuff right now. So I have 2 SCA Christmas parties, one for my province of Glenree and another one for the household that I'm a part of. And we do Dirty Santa. And, okay, y'all want to hear this? Listen to this. Listen to this bovine scatology. So my first time going to these parties, I was told the Dirty Santa limit on the gifts is $25. And being the Hermione Granger rule follower I am, I adhered to that. And then I get there, and there's stuff like benches, carved boxes, blankets. Because half the people in the SCA are also craftspeople and artisans. So they just have raw materials laying around making stuff. I was like, nope, nobody told me. So this year, I'm doing what I do, and I'm making things. So one of the things I'm making is a Neftoffel set, which that's what this is. It's the base for Neftoffel. And Neftoffel is a Scandinavian Norse kind of, it's a very old version of chess. It's very much Capture the King. It's that kind of game. So if you look here on, this is already printing on my Bamboo Mini. It's taking up the whole plate. But if you look here, like in the dead center here, that is where the king would be, where you see my mouse going. And you have to move in direct lines. The armies take up different positions, and you're trying to get the king. If the king can get to one of the 4 corners, he's won. But the outside trying to get in, take over the fort, capture the king, and the inside trying to protect the king and get out. So I'm doing a Neftoffel set that I'm going to hand paint. This board, I did pay for these STLs. These weren't free. Somebody commented on one of my shorts that the supports look like trees, and what's funny is these are actually called tree supports. Like, see, right here it says Tree Auto. Can you see that? Yeah, it says Tree Auto, but these are my favorite kind of supports because I can just go and they come right out. But I've got that. The other one I need to get ready because Neftoffel base is almost done. So I'm actually going to delete this one because it's just one piece. I did it to 75% scale. I just have to remember to do that on the pieces. And I'm just going to save this version that I did. Save. Project as. I'm going to call it Xmas 25. Oops. That's 205. Xmas 25. Save. So now I'm going to close out of this one and start a new one. So I am in Bamboo Labs. So if you've been keeping up with my channel, you know that I have had quite the adventure with bamboo. Particularly with my A1, it had a catastrophic nozzle failure. Look at that. There's a better picture of it. All cleaned up. I was on the slice view, but this is like the clean view. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm really excited to paint this. It's not going to be the hardest paint job I've ever done, but it's going to be good. I don't know what this says. Something in Norse. But my big bamboo, my Bamboo A1, had a bad nozzle failure where I was away and I was letting it print. And it had been going really, really fine. I only had a couple of issues with it and was able to clear all of those. But a nozzle just engulfed the whole print head. And I've replaced every single part, cleaned it, everything. I cannot get it to print again. It's still throwing me a really bad error. When I tell you I probably spent 20 hours trying to fix it. Yeah, I called an expert. It actually happens to be someone local to me. And the weekend I'm recording this on that Sunday, I'll be taking it to him. He's going to fix my A1. And he was like, good on you for trying. I was like, I tried. What's funny is my husband, being the doting husband he is, may have bought us a P2. So I have an A1 Mini, a P2, an A1, and two Elegoo Mars 40 LPs. Look, when two white-collar nerds get together, who both happen to also be in their best earning years, let me tell you. This current project has changes? Yes, continue. So I'm going to open a new project. Let me tell you, we just, we're fortunate. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of companies now are making announcements. If you work in the corporate world, like I do, you know what that means. It's the most I can say. And this time of year can be hard. So I'm actually kind of pouring my heart and soul into these little gifts for Thanksgiving. We've got a couple of friends who have no one to go to, but they don't plan on going anywhere. So we'll be doing drive-by turkeyings, is what we call them. I've got a friend up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, who does such a good job. NJ's Ribs, you need to order for him. He's already done with orders for Thanksgiving, but come at him for Christmas. If you're in the Middle Tennessee, North Alabama, Southern Kentucky area, because the meat's got to get home. But I'm getting a fried turkey from him and a smoked ham because we got our family. We're doing our family Thanksgiving on the Saturday of Thanksgiving. And some friends of ours actually invited us on Thanksgiving Day to eat with them. But for the people that we know who aren't going anywhere, don't have people to drive by fooding. So, people are going through tough times right now. Be a friend where you can be. That's what I'm trying to do. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm really pouring my heart and soul into is my Lord of the Rings chess set. So the Lord of the Rings, I'm doing the Hentofel. Norse words are hard for me, and I do a really good job with other languages. They got me with these. When we were in Iceland, I would look at these Norse, these Scandinavian, Icelandic Norse words, and I'm just like, that's a word. If I can't say it, I try not to say it. But what's really cool, oops, I'm trying to drag and drop a file over. There it is. Boom. I also purchased this as well. This is going to be a whole Lord of the Rings chess set. So this STL that I bought, the STL was $5.99, so I spent $5.99. PLA is cheap. So all told, between paint, PLA, and resin, I would have only spent like $14. So I'm like, that's how I undid that $25. I'm going to let it do its matching. But see, this board tube, this is an A1 file. So what I'm going to have to do is scale it to 75% its size, which is fine. I'm going to do that on the chess pieces as well. And I'm just going to grab the edges and see if I can, how big I can make it. Because I thought about it, and if it's smaller, that makes it travel size. And in the SCA, we do like our games. So I'm going to move this around, see how I like it. So this is the chessboard for the Lord of the Rings. Like, see how it's all like a rocky outcrop, like it's very Minas everything. So I'm going to hand paint this, make it look really cool, and then hand paint the figures. The two boards and the Neftafel pieces are going to be the least amount of painting that I need to do. You know what's going to take me a bunch of time? The Lord of the Rings figures, they get slap chop. The slap chop looks real good if you know what you're doing. So I think that they're hollow on the inside, so I'm going to do the enable supports. So it'll do it for me automatically. I don't have to place them. And now I'm going to tell it to slice the plate. In a couple of hours, my Neftafel board will be done. I'm going to print it. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm online here is, well, on this video, because I'm not live streaming, is go into a different application to do my resin build. That might take me a little bit more time, but I figured why not include all of you? Did I just get a zit? I did. We're going to the symphony tomorrow night, and it's one of the few times I'll wear makeup, and she got a zip. Yeah, all my supports are in. Oh, so the edge of it comes out a little bit. That's kind of great, huh? Look at that. So the edge of the board comes out a bit over, make this bigger, over where that little rocky sides are. That's going to look really cool. I'm going to be super excited to paint this. So I can't send it to the printer now, but what I am going to do is save it. Save project as. We're going to save this in, not F-Top, Lord of the Rings. There we go. 25. There, just put it back in its folder. I'm going to minimize this. Now comes the harder part, which is going to be the chess pieces. So I can drag and drop, which is what I plan to do, because I was adding files earlier, and it was not going the way I wanted. So I'm going to go into the object file for Lord of the Rings and start dragging and dropping. I'm going to build these. So what I have to do with the resin printer, the Elegoo, is not wireless the way that the two A1s are. So I have to put it all on a memory tape. So I can't save it until after I'm done here because I don't have my USB hub plugged up to my laptop. So I'll have to finish the video before I save it and go plug this into print. But I just finished leveling the printer. So let's start with, we're going to start with, let's see, King Gandalf the White. So I'm going to drag him over here and let him build. And I'm also going to have to reduce the size of all of these, so I'm going to do the whole plate at once. That way I've got them all to scale. Doesn't he look great? Okay, so that's Gandalf. So I'm going to move Gandalf over here. And I'm actually going to do this from the top. How are you? You trying to be in my video?
I mean, sure.
You're in it.
You have laundry in the dryer.
Did you wash clothes?
I'm about to.
Well, yeah. I'll pull them out as soon as I'm done with this. Pet the dog. And let's see here. Let's go with Galadriel.
Making a Magic the Gathering deck?
No, I'm making a Lord of the Rings chess set for the SCA Christmas party. Yeah. So I'm doing a Huntafel set, which that's printing right now, and these have to print in resin. So it's like the good guys versus the bad guys, or the black and white side. Yeah. So I've got Galadriel. And let's see here. I need 2 knights, which is Aragorn. Kind of great.
I'm going to be up here while I do laundry, then I'm going to head back down to study.
Have fun. Food is almost done. It needs about another hour. That was the sun. I'm sure you guessed that. So I need 2 of this guy, so I'm going to drag Aragorn again. I think these actually might already be the right scale. I may not need to make them smaller. I'm going to make them a little bit smaller, just in case. I'm going to take them down to 75%. So there is 2 Aragorns. Let's flip this and see what they look like so far. There we go. Oh, don't they look good? I'm not sure. So I need, because this is the size of the build plate, and I know how big the build plate is. 1, king, queen, knight, knight. I can't get them so close or they won't be able to have supports on them. But he may not need supports. Huh. But I'll have it do that. I'm using the Lychee slicer. I do have the other program for Elegoo installed, but it just never worked for me, so I use Lychee. That's why, in case you're wondering. So 2 Aragorns. And then, let's see here, I need my... I've got my... Yeah, those are my knights. Those are the ones that can go with the L shape. I was like president of the chess club in college. I know you're shocked. The bishop. There it is. The bishops are Legolas. That makes sense. One Legolas. My dog is so loyal to me. He loves my son, but he's my dog. He got his pets, now he's gone. see here. To be fair, I don't even know if y'all heard the conversation. The reason I'm going to adjust their sizes all at the same time is so I can go Control A and take them all down to 75% of size. That way, I don't have to worry about, them in ratio to the rest. So whoever made the set, I did purchase this one. I downloaded it on Colts 3D. I always try to buy. I mean, there's some stuff that's free, but, I always try to buy from artists. But this is a really nice one. I'm going to have fun painting it. But I'm only doing one. So I say I'm going to slap chop it, but it's going to look good. I'm going to slap chop it in the way that I did my Burrows and Badgers figures. And this turned out really good, so. I keep grabbing the wrong. In the Bamboo, the Bamboo app, and in this one, it's a different click to move the plate around. It's right click here, and in Bamboo, it's left click. Oh, look at the Lego eye. Yeah, I like that they got the height differentiation really good, because that makes it where you can tell who's who. I'm just going to do one. I'm going to build my plates and then save them. I need my rooks now. Guess who the rook is? You know who it is. It's Gimli. Then I'm going to need 8 Frodi. And because they're going to be a little bit smaller, I can do them all on one plate. In case you're wondering what is in my my Stein here, Southern Pecan. I don't typically drink domestic brews, but this one is one of my favorites. We're having roast beef for dinner. Not roast beef, pot roast. I found a decent piece of meat at a good price. So this is where when you're 3D printing, you have to look from the top down, because this helps me really understand how much I can get on the plate. Because if I can print all of them on a single plate, that saves me time. Because each plate's going to take like 5 hours to print. And again, I have 8 of these guys. I'm going to need, did I do both Gimlis? Yeah. So, I need to print all the Frodi. So, 2 knights, 2 bishops. I feel like I'm missing something. It's been a long time since I played chess. I'm not missing anything, but I feel like I'm missing something. But the pawns it is. So, 1 pawn at a time. One pawn. I may not have to change the size on these. I'm going to have it measure for me when I'm done. Oh, look at the little bitty frofros. Oh my god, they're tiny. The big difference between resin and these are that I may not need to change these. I might go ahead and just do one plate with all of them. I'm playing with fire. With PLA, it does not do you any good to crowd the plate. With resin, absolutely put on as much as you can without ruining your print. Because it's just a different... The resin printers, it's a plate that goes down into a vat and comes up layer by layer to build your plate. With the filament printers, the PLA printers, it only uses the product that's necessary. You gotta dump a whole vat in with the resin printers. So getting more on is actually easier, but just because of the way they build up the layers. That's the best way I can explain it. My husband can explain it better. Yeah, it's 8. I don't know why I'm doubting myself on what I need. I accidentally double clicked Frodo. Now he's going to open somewhere that I don't want him to open. Let's see if I can get all of them, if I can get the black side on as well. That would be cool. 3, 4. I have to scoot these a little, but this will be a good plate. And then I'm going to do the Neftoffel pieces on their own. Yeah, I don't think I have to change the size of these. I think they're the right size. Because I think this, what's it called? The chessboard was designed to print on a PLA printer when they did that STL, and these object files were designed to print on a resin printer. So, good work, whoever did this. Good job. I have to go find the creator. Okay, so I need 4 more of the photos. I like that they pick characters that's kind of obvious what they would be. We'll come back down and look at the bottom view again in a second. But like Gimli has like a little castle hat on, whereas he's got a castle helmet, so you can tell he's the Rook. Very well thought out, like super well thought out. And just making adjustments to make sure, again, that I get as much on my build plate as I can, because I am thinking I'm going to print both sides at once if I can get away with it. And I'm trying to get away with it. But we may have to put a photo over here to make that happen. Let's see here. Look at how I squeezed him in there. That's awesome. And the reason I'm printing in 2 different mediums is resin will give you better detail. It just will. PLA is great for big things. I find the resin does better for things that need a lot of detail. Now, let's do the other side. Actually, before we do that, let's look at them. Oh my god, look at the little photos! Are they not great? Oh my god, that's awesome. See, look, Gimli's got like the little Rook hat. Aragorn looks like a knight. Legolas is your bishop. Like, and they have them facing opposite ways. Legolas is a little taller. Obviously, they would be king and queen. So, yeah, this is a very well-designed product. Yeah, they did a good job. Okay, so who's the king on the other side? Let's see here. Oh, they got Sauron. Of course they would. Of course Sauron's the king. What's wrong with me? Why wouldn't Sauron be the king? So who is going to be the queen? Who's the queen for the Witch King of Angmar? Angmar, of course. No man can kill me. I am no man. Oh, he's huge. Let's take a peek at him from the front. Oh, he looks great, huh? Oh, what if... Oh, he's going to be fun to paint. So I'm hoping whoever gets this is really excited about it. So see how there's a little bit of red on that side? That means he's off the build plate, so I had to move him over. So you got to be careful. If it's off the build plate, it won't print, and then it'll look weird. Alright, so Witch King of Angmar. When they put... when Fathom Events did the director's cut of Lord of the Rings in the theaters. Was it this past summer? I think it was. It was like at the beginning of summer. My husband was like, do you want to go? And I like, it was one movie a night for like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had a great time. I think he fell asleep. But I was living my best life. I loved it. I love Lord of the Rings so much. It's one of those properties that I never get tired of. Kind of, I know more about the Lord of the Rings mythos than I do about Warhammer. Yeah, I know. That's saying a lot. Alright, so let's go with... What do I do next? My knights. Ring wraiths are the knight. That makes sense. What do the ring wraiths look like? I'm going to Tarot to repair a couple of models. I found Lychee really easy to work with. Kind of makes me happy. Got my Christmas decorations up. It's a week before Thanksgiving. What? You put your Christmas decorations up before Thanksgiving? The turkey tastes the same with the lights up. You do what makes you happy. in these crazy times we're living in. Okay, look at me. You want to leave your skeleton out on your porch for 9 months? Do it. Mm. That was my punishment for telling people to violate their HOA. Oh, they're no face. I will have to put Musa Black in there to really. Ooh, oh, all of these are going to Musa Black on the inside. That's kind of great, huh? Those will definitely have supports in them. Alright. Alright, so that's the knight. Now I need my bishop. Saruman the White Corrupted is the bishop. Oh, that's great. I know I looked at this online, but now I'm reading what each of them actually is, and it's like, whoa, they did that. Let's see what he looks like. Oh, he looks mean AF. So I have to make sure I do each of these in the theme. So this will have to be very silvery white themed. These will have to be very black and gray themed so that whoever gets it will know exactly who goes on what side. Good build. I can't brag, but I love my Viking hair right now. It is my favorite thing. The girl that does my hair she is magical. Oh, the shoulder's in. Okay, we're almost there. Rook. Uruk-hai. Cool. And Uruk-hai are the rooks. That makes sense, Rook. Uruk-hai. Are you okay over there? My dog's back here just making noise. What ails you, my little fuzzy freeloader? Everything? Yeah, I understand. Let's see what he looks like. Oh, he ugly. But look, he's sitting on a castle. Wow, they really did this. The knights both have swords. Oh my god, this is so... See, this is why you got paper stuff. Everything can't be free. Like, I get it, times are hard, and I hope whoever gets this chest set really likes it. But everything can't be free. I'm only going to make one. I got my dice tower printed. I'll be printing the one-page rule set and getting that dice tower painted for my giveaway. The person who won never reached out to me. So please reach out to me. If you don't want it, that's okay. I can do another drawing and give it to somebody else if you're not interested. I'll repost the winner once I get everything done and give you a chance to reach out to me. How's that sound? And if you don't reach out, I don't know, give it 20, 30 days. Yeah, give it a couple weeks. Maybe until the new year. I'll see once I get it finished, because I gotta give you a fair chance. I gotta get it finished. But this is coming first. I gotta print my gift stuff. But I'd like for you to have the OPR set with the Dice Tower for being, wearing my 5K subscriber drawing. But if you don't want it, that's fine. My feelings won't be hurt much. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, the pawn. Goblin Orc Soldier. I need 8 of these. I put 8 Frodo down there, didn't I? Did I miss a Frodo? I feel like that's not 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only put 5 Frodos down there. Oh my god, I need 3 more Frodos. I almost made a big mistake. Oh, he looks great. Yeah, why can't we have some meat? We ain't had nothing but maggoty bread for free staking days. For a pawn. 3 more Frodos. If I get all of these on one plate, I'm going to be shook. I can't believe I almost left one out. I'm thinking by the size, because of the size of the plate, that I can get them all on one. Just because I know how big my build plate is. 2, 3. I did it twice. Let me see if they'll put both of them on at the same time. But you know who they're really going to sing songs about? Sam. Frodo wouldn't have made it, wouldn't have got far without Samwise Gamgee. Frodo. But you know what? Frodo is a real testament of when somebody goes through a lot and then they make it to the end and then they fumble the bag and everybody's like, you fumbled the bag! And then you got a friend like Sam who's like, I was there with you for your whole journey. The fact that you didn't fumble the bag earlier is like honestly shocking. And so that's what Sam did for Frodo. Like, the story of Sam and Frodo is such a testament as to why having your tribe matters. You have to have those people around you that support you no matter what. And that's kind of what can make the holidays hard for people, because not everybody has a tribe. I think we have a pretty good virtual tribe going here on the YouTube, but we're not in each other's lives to help solve problems or fix anything. Look at this from the top down. I can see better if pieces are touching from this direction. If you're crowding the plate, you can do that with resin. You can absolutely do it this way with resin. I would not do this with the PLA printer because of the way the sports work. With the resin printer, you can really get away with a lot. But Frodo and Sam is one of the most beautiful pictures of truly supportive friendship. And that sometimes you have to remember that if you got somebody in your life who doesn't show up equally, that it's not always because they're a crumb bum. Like when you watch what Frodo goes through with the ring and the burden that is put on him, and Gandalf feels really bad. He really does. But the reason that the Eagles, and here we're going to get into some more, the reason that the Eagles and Gandalf, Galadriel, Aragorn, any of the humans actually, because they're the most susceptible to corruption, even the dwarves, who are the hardiest creations in Middle-earth, the reason none of them can touch the ring is because the more powerful the being that holds the ring, the more power the ring will have. And the eagles are basically gods. They're not just birds. Otherwise, how could Gandalf talk to them? When he calls Shadowfax, the Horse Lord, to take him back to Rohan and save everybody in Helm's Deep, she has done a lot with Lord of the Rings. But Shadowfax, remember he says, Lord of all her horses, long has he been my friend. That horse is a god. You can't give an item that supremely corrupts to a god, because what does the real world show us? The more powerful a human perceives himself to be, the more we have, the more corruptible we are. And Gandalf says it at the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring, I can't touch it because through me it would wield such a power. That's why none of the elves can touch it. They can't. Legolas can't take the ring. Notice that Elrond didn't even offer. He was like, so who's going to take it? Can't be me. Can't be bothered. He knew it wasn't up to the task, but it's also such a great picture that even the smallest and perceived weakest among us have a purpose. Because in the world of Middle-earth, the hobbits are so insignificant to the big people, to the great wide world, that people forget that hobbits even exist. And Gandalf is thankful for that. That the world doesn't think about hobbits. That the world has forgotten that the very existence of the hobbit. But it was the smallest among them who ended up saving everybody. So when you think that you don't have a purpose, or you think that you're not big enough and strong enough, and even the big and strong, sometimes it feels like when people are big and strong, their only purpose, like you look at Aragorn or Legolas, you're a hero. You have to be a hero. Like Aragorn has always known he's Isildur's heir. But remember, Legolas tells others, because he's grown up, well, okay, technically Aragorn grew up with Legolas, because Legolas was already like 9,000 when Aragorn's born, but he's he's gone through life with Aragorn, with Strider, the Dunedain, and he says he abandoned that path. Gondor has no king, Gondor needs no king. Well, he wasn't trying to be a king. When people are born into lives where they are pressured to be great, greatness doesn't feel good. It's not the path they chose. And it's easy to look on the outside, even the people that we perceive, oh, they're so great, they've got everything. I mean, Aragorn is the heir to the greatest kingdom in Middle-earth, but he didn't ask for it. He was born into it. I think it's like, we look at that with the royal families, around the world, we think, oh man, they're so lucky. Are they? Because last time I checked, when I go to the beach, ain't nobody flying a drone over my head trying to get a picture of me that they shouldn't. All right, me and my husband can vacation in peace. Which, if YouTube pops off, maybe that'll change for me one day, and if YouTube gets weird, that's the day I quit doing it. Like, as long as this is fun and cool, I'm gonna do it. But the second it quits being fun and cool, I'm not gonna anymore, because I value my privacy, sanity, and life. But right now, I find it fun. Look at the bottom. Oh my God, this is so great. I got them all on one plate. But that's one of the things I love about the Lord of the Rings series. Is everyone, it's equal to Warhammer, I think, is that everybody can find that character that reflects them in a way. Like, oh, you were born the son of so-and-so, the son of so-and-so, the son of so-and-so. So that means you have to be great. Well, you know what? Some people want to be regular. Some people just want to be regular. I'm going to save this. And we're going to save it as... Save it here. Let's save it in the main one. LOTR all pieces. Save. Like, oh, it's so great. Like, I knew a kid when I was in middle school whose family, I think, was decent well off. Her dad owned a business. Like plug your ears for 30 seconds if you're not moved or something not happy. But, when I was younger, that girl was kind of a bully of mine up until like 6th grade. Like for like 5 years. she had it out for me. And it wasn't great. And then found out later in life that her father was not good to her and her sister and her little brother. It's the nicest way I can say that. That they lived in a hard life. And it gave me, later in life, it gave me a different perspective of her. That, okay, that's what happened, and I am so sorry that happened to you. And because of that, when she was younger, she took it out on everybody else. But then one day she got older, and she quit doing that, and she changed. So even though I thought, oh, you come from a privileged family, so why are you acting this way? And then you find out that behind closed doors ain't that great. So just remember those things. Everybody's in a different situation. You can't look at somebody's outside and make a judgment on how they should or should not be. And that's what Lord of the Rings teaches us. Like, even the orc, where the orcs come from? The orcs are fallen elves that fell into darkness. So yeah, there's just so much, and that's why I love it. Okay, I need to quit talking and remember how to put my supports in. I have it set on auto supports, so I'm going to hit export now. And it should, fingers crossed, I'm going to have it support as a GU file. Now we're going to go with normal slicing. But I'm going to export, and it should, that's going to advertise to me. not subscribing to the library. There are some interesting. Oh, see, you put a Nurgling up first, and I don't do Nurgle. Gross. Mm-mm.
But you like Slanesh.
I like Fulgrim. Okay. Is that Light Yagami? I mean, according to the Death Note lore, Light turns into a death god. Shinigami. What's it called? Shinigami. I'm looking at the top because if you've seen the other side of my office, I have manga on the walls. At the very top border, it's Death Note is the very top. I don't have that. But there's a Shinigami that shows up at the end of the manga that appears to be Light. But there's no proof that it's Light. Yep, printer Elegant Mars. This is a 2-hour print. Did they make this where it doesn't need supports? There's no way. No way. Prepare. I had it do automatic support. Auto bracing on. Normal, classic. Automatic supports. Does it not need support? It's not letting me generate them. There's no way this doesn't need any support. You gotta remember this is going to print upside down, so it's going to print from here up. So it'll lower down, print a layer, come up, lower down, print a layer, come up. Did they design this where it doesn't need supports? There's no way this needs no support. Yeah. Support density. What if I turn all these off? No. It's not letting me generate, which tells me it doesn't need them. Well, it's only going to take a couple hours, I'll know before bedtime if it works. I don't think this needs support. It would have said so when I sliced it. Okay. I'm going to check my file here and make sure it's where I intended it to be. OTR, all pieces. Plus format. File format. LYT file, yeah. It's there. I'm going to do an OBJ file just in case. Wow. I'm a little shook right now. I'm going to export it to the other style of file just in case, but oh wow. Wow. Let me do my other plate. I'm about to go do some painting. I'm just going to do a top-down recording of painting and then play music over it. People seem to like that last time I did it, so I'm going to do it again. Mostly so I can paint and listen to my drama and not worry about talking while I'm painting. Secrets, man. Okay. Wow. New scene. Make sure this is saved. Save scene. I'm interested to see how this prints. Okay, new scene. Okay. I need Hintofel. pieces are on each side in Hintofel? So here's the king in Hintofel, the true big king. Holy big janky boy. Let's see here. What is Hintofel shelf? Oh no, that is for. Oh, that will have to go on the A1. Delete. So I think I need 2 kings because you could swap sides. No, I don't think I need 2 kings. That's a lie. I think I just need multiple warriors. And you just choose if you're going to play white or black. Okay. I need to look up. How many pieces on each side of Hintofel? Oh, the AI didn't understand that. It's spelled H-N-E. Henne. Bata. Full. 12 defenders, including the king, against 24 attackers. Oh, so it's not even. So I need 11 more of these, and these I am going to have to scale down, I think, for my Hintofel set. 1, 2. This one's going to be way easier. 3. These are not nearly as interesting to look at. 4. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me actually grab the Googler and type this in. I can't spell it. There it is. Viking chess. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a Hintofel board. This looks a lot. Yeah, so I don't need to create 2 sides. Oh, that one's fancy. This is akin to what I'm making. So, can I make it bigger? Yeah. So this is what I'm making. So yeah, I just do 2 sides. All right, well that one's going to be a lot easier to make. But there's a white side and a black side, and the goal is to capture this king. If you're on the outside, you're invading the fort, trying to get the king. These guys are defending the king. Notice there's more invaders than defenders. And what's really funny is when I went to Castle Wars, it was my first war in the SCA, we actually did a role-play battle. We tried to do like battle recreations of things that actually happened. And it was the Vikings attacking the Anglicans. I was on the Anglican side first. And the Vikings had beat down the Anglican forces so hard when they landed on this particular island that there weren't many forces. So what they did was, it was 40 against 40 people. Yeah, I know. But the Vikings got to all attack at once on the Viking side. They came off their boats, and then they split our group up into fists. So 40 people into fists. Yeah. So they attacked some folks on the beach. They attacked some folks behind them, and then they came to the castle. I was defending the castle. It was set up for us to lose because that's what happened in this battle. But I was on what was called the shield wall, so I had a big kite shield up. There were 3 other guys next to me. There was 4, and then 4 behind us. And we were bracing our shields against each other, trying to keep these guys out of the castle, and so our spears over us can spear out. But that's basically what this is recreating. The defenders have less ability than the attackers. So you gotta be real clever. It's not impossible, but it's not real probable either. Yeah, so that's TOEFL. And the reason I thought about doing this is I went on the trip to, what's it called? Iceland. Me and another girl actually sat and played this game. One of the ladies who was on the trip, and we really enjoyed it. And I was like, I should make this for my SCA house Christmas party. She was like, you totally should. And so that's what I'm doing. So the board's printing, and I think this is another case where I don't have to resize. These are so simple that I have to print it twice, no big deal. I might print this before the Lord of the Rings set, since the other is already done, and I can instantly see if I have matched, and this isn't going to take a ton of resin. You can already tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, and on the other side, what was it, 24? On the other side? Yeah, 12 defenders, 24 attackers. So let's just keep copying. 1. I don't think I'll be able to get all the attackers on the same board. Actually, I might. Let's see if I can. Let's do this. Let's look from the top like I have, because these are such simple shapes. I'm going to pretend that I math real quick. I know math. Oh, I got some red here. You can make sure these are not off the board. That's what I love about programs like this, is it gives you a quick visual as to what's going on, and if you've made a mistake. And I really appreciate that. I'm a visual learner. So there's 12 there. I'm just going to keep adding them, because I know this is 6 across, so. Alright, from the top. See if I can get them all on here. I don't think I've got room for 24 more of these, but I'll get as many on as I can. My dog is knocked out. These are not taking a long time to render because they're so simple. The Lord of the Rings chess pieces were far more complicated. So these are not taking a long time to render at all. It says repair model, so I'll just let it repair it. Is she fixed? Whoa. 0 problems. Intel Warrior True. We're actually going to go on a painting date next Friday, which is the Friday after Thanksgiving. And just sit and paint together, and I'll be painting the Intel set. And came off the charger. And the chess set. And our painting date will be fun. There's something about handmade gifts that are just great. Handmade, printer made, same thing. I have to make more of these. There we go. There it is. Put them right in the center every time. Until I actually might not paint tonight. I might paint when I come home this weekend, because my husband and I are going up to Nashville to visit some friends, and then I have a mission meeting. And he actually, the weekend we're doing this, one of a gentleman in the SCA passed away the week before. And my husband wasn't great friends with him, but his best friend was, so he's going to go and support. So we actually, for the first time, are taking separate cars to Nashville for our symphony day. We're staying the night because I have to do Taekwondo the next morning. Because we're talking to the missionaries that we will be with in Honduras, and well, I have to be there for that. So yeah, it's always sad. If you lose someone at the holidays, I'm so sorry. It's not. You know, it doesn't even matter if it's the holidays. It sucks to lose people you love at any time. But just remember to not forget to live. Just when people pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Definitely don't have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I have to print 10 more. Not a big deal. I'm actually just going to print this plate again instead of redoing it all. So I'm going to save this. Save as. Not saving it Lord of the Rings. Into Flood. Save. And I don't think this needs any supports either. Great design. People who design these. items outside the build plate. Looking around for any red, make sure that nothing's outside the build plate. Oh my god, look at their little faces, that's so cute. Again, generate supports. So there are supports needed here. So yeah, if it needs supports, it will do it. So they did the other one without needing any supports. That's crazy. Wow. How do they do that? Export. Export to a goo. And then I'm gonna, this one an hour? Wow, I can talk, can't I? And it's getting late. It's 8:30. I have other things to do. I'm gonna go start this printing. There, watch my ad. Alright. Yeah. If it needs supports, it auto-generates. Okay, so I'm not crazy. It will auto-generate supports. The other one didn't need any. I can't wait to see how it prints. So I'm going to make sure this is saved. Save scene. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy doing these builds with me. I have fun. I've got some more things I need to do. So I'm going to go do those things and start this plate printing. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.